Weird things happening with OBS and the stream. We're here now though. Um, Okie dokie. Hello, gamers. We're gonna be doing our night today. Yeah. So where are we up to? I think we were in the middle of doing this arm here actually. And then it'll be moving on to leg paneling. And then the flag hanging from his penis. You got a dare for me? That we've been going for less than a minute, Noah. Chill. What's the dare? It'll be a race. I already know that this race is going to be something that is not realistic for me. But go ahead. You can finish a combat patrol in one other box of minis. It'll begin on December 25th. Brother, that is a lot of minis to do. You know how long it takes me to do things. Also, I don't think I have any untouched combat patrols, so that would involve me buying another combat patrol. Ending when one of us finish. I don't have any unopened combat patrols. The only combat patrols I have on hand, I have a Necron one and a Thousand Suns one, and I've already opened and started both of them. Not really if I get the right patrol. I don't need more minis at the moment. I've got such a massive backlog. Also, yeah, there are other things that I want to be working on. Like I've got so many minis, like the Tau Christmas boxes and all the knights I've got, and Magnus and all that sort of shit. Yeah, I reckon I've got other priorities for the time being. So I get a head start because you're doing the Custodes one. Nah, but look, Matt. I've got knights to work on. That was a pretty violent one. Pretty violent sneeze. Do one tower, one night box, and see who finishes first. I know what that answer is going to be now. I've been working on this night for like 70 plus hours. Enough nights to choke a camel. Is that a saying? Not necessarily nights to choke a camel, but enough blank to choke a camel? Is that a thing? Bet you'll have a full 1k-ish point army before I finish this night. True. If I want to finish faster, I should use an airbrush more. Yeah, no, I'm going to definitely airbrush more for my my other nights coming up. But I want to do as much of this one by hand as possible, just for the experience. 12 days until Christmas. Wow, man, I did not realize it was that close. Jeez, 11 for me. It's a reference to their theoretical ability to consume a lot of water very quickly. I see. There's a tower, all big boys. Yeah, like the tower could be, like, I don't know. I'm keen to get working on my Christmas boxes, and I haven't painted tower in a while, so that'll be fun. But yeah, it's just a matter of getting there. Okay, so hang on, let's zoom this out a little bit and get this back in focus. There we are. Oh, okay, hang on. Looks like I haven't quite finished doing a lot of this in silver. I thought I'd finished the detailing on it, but it looks like I hadn't quite gotten there. Am I ever going to finish this thing? Look, Silver, I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. Not gonna lie, surprised that I didn't get the Necron Battle Force. I was very close to getting it. I was very close to buying it. I should have. My wallet would be in even more pain than it already is if I got that as well. I don't know what you found for your Christmas early. What did you find? Finally managed to get a heater that enabled your 3D printer in the cold workshop. Finished printing the kids' Christmas ornaments, and you're back to printing bolt action. I haven't seen a whole lot on bolt action. Is it just more of a... is it just like a third-party, more open source version of... well, I guess not version of Warhammer, but like... It's just a... Was it like First or Second World War sort of tabletop fantasy-ish? It's okay, you haven't even started Unite, you just felt like painting lately, or haven't felt like painting lately. It's a bad time of year for you. Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes, just where you just can't sum up the motivation to do things. Happens to everyone. Yeah, that's why I have to paint on stream, because I just cannot bring myself to do things if I don't have other people there to hold me accountable. Yeah, I can I can fully understand, mate. It's a World War II war game, focuses on quick play and platoon level combat rather than immense companies or battalions. I see. So would it be closer to something like Kill Team in terms of gameplay? Because Kill Team is just, or is Kill Team a smaller version of that again? Where Kill Team is just like a squadron? The point of making vending minis is to go have fun. If you can't hold yourself accountable, it's probably not fun for me. No, I really like doing it. It's just a matter of like, I don't know. I've always struggled with this thing where I have things that I want to do, but it's really hard for me to make myself do anything. Like, I want to do something, but I just won't do it. The minis can be flexed to work with Conflict 47 and Achtung Panzer. I see, I see. Maybe somewhere between Combat Patrol and a full game of 40k. Right, okay. It'd be fun to 1v1 some of my fans. Yeah, the issue then just comes from the fact that I live in Australia. So it's kind of hard to do anything with anyone. The Australian F, you know. Usually 2 to 3 infantry platoons, a couple of pieces of artillery, 2 to 4 vehicles like tanks and half tracks. All varies by how you spend your points. You start painting again by March. Your mum died 4 years ago. This February 27th, so you're just down at the dumps. Right. Yeah, it's rough. Friend has their mum nicknamed on their phone spawn point. I mean, they're not wrong. Bro, what do you mean? It's true. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, nothing wrong about that. Then you do it. Who says I haven't already? What do I think of what you found earlier? Oh, is this the Custodes? Where are we? Combat Patrol, Alaris Custodes, Starter Paint set for Citadel Paints, and Custodes Codex. I mean, that's quite the lineup. You just referred to my family as my spawn last night. True. I did say that I had a good spawn. Should you break the rules and do all 3 special weapons, heavy flame, rotary cannons, and missiles for your Terminators? I didn't realize there were rules determining how you meant to build your Terminator squad. I mean, if it's cool as hell, why not? You know, just rule of cool it, brother. I can't do it in game. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, I've never played the game, and if I were to play the game, I wouldn't be playing Space Marines. So I've never looked into the rules. Just got here and you can't see the video. Please don't tell me he's finished the night. Don't worry, Chicken Nugget. I have not finished the night. That's not happening for a while. We're working on it. Get the app, the tower expensive, the nights are cheap. Well, yeah, if with regards to finishing a knight, I've got all I need to have a knight's army. Or yeah, but like the tower army, I'm definitely not going to have for a while at least. What I think of Chaos Demons? I think that I don't know the full list of units that they can run, but like I think they're pretty cool because you can run a bunch of greater demons and then like horrors and fucking bloodletters and shit. So I reckon they're probably pretty cool. I don't know what their full lineup is, but yeah, I reckon I'd probably like Chaos Demons. This night has forged so many memories of us. This is a mainstay of this channel. You'd have that night army done in 4 to 5 weeks. Oh, I'd have that night army done in 4 to 5 weeks. I don't remember. Look, not all of us are perfect. Not all of us can paint knights in like a timely manner. I can't even paint Space Marines in a timely manner. Armigers are so good, you cannot prove you wrong. I love Armigers. They're cool little guys. They're immune to chaos, aren't they? I don't think they're immune to chaos, but they are very, very resistant because their souls are quite small, I think is the way it's like described. So, because they don't have any psychers or anything like that. So, demons have a really hard time recognizing them. And they're very, very resistant to it. I don't think they're completely immune, though. Because Khorne is constantly trying to corrupt Commander Farsight. Tower just trash. Wash your mouth. Come on. Tau, they're good boys. They are just trying their best. I've seen the war dog to war doggy conversion video. No, and I'm not sure if I want to after hearing that description of it. I don't think I want to see it after seeing that title. Okay, you're wondering why I never heard the term Chaos Tau? Yeah, because the Tau are an incredibly young race, because they went from like living in caves to space flight in like 2,000 years or something. They haven't really had time for their souls to develop to be like large enough to like or potent enough for them to have psychers and that sort of thing. So yeah, they are very very resistant to chaos and that sort of thing. 4,000 years old. I see, 4,000, not 2,000. It's for greater good, for the greater good that Nurgle blesses the town. Yeah, I would say that Nurgle probably has the best bet of corrupting the Tau. But actually, he probably wouldn't even corrupt the Tau. He'd probably just kill them. Like, he would send his plagues to the planet, and rather than like turning them into poxwalkers and shit, they would just die. He converted armages to more dog-like frames, the ultimate war dog conversion guide by line of sight. I'm going to check that out after this. Want to know a good colorful oily bits like the night frames? Sure, go ahead. I will definitely be doing some changes to the frame to make it like less pristine, or just like get some shading and that sort of thing in it. Think Tzeentch would corrupt the town most likely. I don't think he would corrupt them. Like he could trick them, but I don't think he could corrupt them. Such a better tech, Tzeentch bestows the knowledge, but at a hefty price. Maybe? Again, I don't think he would be able to corrupt them. Yeah, sorry about that. We're back to plague streams. Ugh. I am diseased once again. Slash probably couldn't reasonably corrupt them. Khorne could probably get Farsight, and that's it. As Noah said, Tzeentch would give them tech. I don't see a way that Nurgle could get them. Yeah, I just have a feeling that like Tzeentch wouldn't be able to sort of recognize them in order to like talk to them. I feel like Tzeentch would just struggle to make contact. Yes, Nurgle blesses you. I'm not happy about this turn of events. If Khorne gets Farsight, he gets the Farsight Enclave. He doesn't necessarily get the whole Enclave, because the Enclave is formed around Farsight, but that doesn't mean that they just willy-nilly do whatever he says. I would imagine that if Commander Farsight like went off the deep end, turned into an absolute psycho, the Enclave wouldn't just follow him blindly. It's like the whole thing about the Enclave is that they're like free people and they do their thing. No, they really got them to break away from the tower and the Enclave followed him blindly. Maybe. The reason the tower have such small souls is because their old ones sacrificed 1,000 generations to become anime, and they own the 1,000 generations of soulless anime. What does this mean? Need to work on the lower body. Look, we're getting there. We're getting there. There's a process. We don't buck the process. Slanesh only knows how they got all their white paint. Oh god, please no. Not my towel. Okay, I paint them red anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yo, wait, Shelly, what's up now? Technically, for the next sub goal, I can give away like a 3D printed mini. I don't have a 3D printer, and is this your way of just saying that you want free minis? Is that what's going on here? Am I being used? Ow. What? How do I get them? I buy them from a seller. Nuh-uh. Yeah, definitely not just trying to get free minis. Buy a Neurothictor for one of you. Buy your own Neurothictor. I'm not having that on my fucking purchase history. National Geographic voice. As you can see, a Noah in his natural habitat, doing what he does best, going insane. Or we could go the David Attenborough route, where it's like, and here we see Noah in his natural habitat, doing what he does best. I don't think that was quite. That wasn't even David Attenborough. That was just like old man. He's going crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room, a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy. Well, I was crazy once. What if I smashed an aircast towel? Why specifically an aircast? Is that just your preference? I mean, surely, like, you'd have the best chance with a watercast, no? You just more into bird people. Aircast have very brittle bones. Yeah, I'm aware of that. So why would you want to, like, is this like some fucked up thing where you like want to like actually hurt them? It's because they've got hollow bones like birds, so that they can like they're better adapted for life in space. If you smash an aircast tower, you'd be smashing and smashing. Yeah, I was really hoping we weren't going there with that one. Thanks, Commissar. This gets worse the longer it goes. Yeah, it is it's not a super satisfying discussion, this one. This is what happens when we indulge, Commissar. Kill, marry, fuck, Vespid, Kroot, and Watercast. Alright, I'm I'm killing the Vespid. I'm fucking the Kroot, and I'm marrying the Watercast. I think that's the easiest decision of my life. Either that, or I'm killing the Vespid. I'm marrying the Kroot and just having a very chaste relationship, just very pure, nothing, no funny business, and then I'm fucking the Watercast. The Kroot one was wild. I don't think there's any situation in which you don't kill the Vespid, though. Nah. What do you mean, nah, chicken nugget? What do you mean? The Kroot would be a sick muscle alien mummy and she's hunting you fresh food. Marry the Kroot. I guess. I guess so. But I mean, just like the watercast is just like the closest thing you'd have to a nice relationship, and she'd just be like really supportive and nice, like really good emotional intelligence, you know? That's what we want. You said what you meant. No, I want you to elaborate on what you meant, chicken nugget. You are not weaseling your way out of that one. Kroot would be such a mum, though. Yeah, but like, what if you're like if you're like really depressed, and then the Kroot is just like, "What is wrong? What is wrong, husband? Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm just feeling really sad." And she's like, "Here, eat fresh elephant." It's like, that's not what I need right now. Thank you, but that's not what I need. Eat elephant to grow strong. Your lawyer has advised you not to. But like, then she takes you hunting in the back of some huge animal and you'll just get it. What the fuck? On the other hand, though, like, she'd be really pedantic about what you eat. Like, if you're not eating, like, something that is super beneficial or super healthy, like, she's going to, like, beat the shit out of you. Like, I don't need someone policing my, like, every single thing that I put in my mouth. Like, come on. Let me eat, like, let me eat chocolate or, like, junk food or something. I just need a burger, you know? that alien voice here, hubby wubby, eat a freshly made burger from the middle there. I don't know if I want to say that. Alright. Here, hubby wubby, eat a freshly made burger made from the middle layer of a Glocknoll. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. It'd be too much. What did you call my mother? What? Okay, surely there aren't many details left to do on this gun, right? We've been working on this gun alone for so long already. Like, I swear there were not this many details on the chainsword. Got the muzzle effect? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's not bad. I feel like the, it's not quite as good as the one that we did for the one that we did for the Infernus Marines, but it's similar. How much left to go on the night? Just the upper leg or no? Well, once we finish the gun, then it's pretty much just, these bits here. And then I think that's the night done. Like, we'll probably do a pass back through, do a little bit of shading here and there. But we're getting close. Very nice. Then night two's turn. Yeah. then we're on to more nights. It's never ending. I will not be doing another quest Orisa. I want to do a different night. Otherwise, I will actually lose my mind. Mary fuck Eldari edition, Exodite, Shadow Seer, and Ivrain. What is a Shadow Seer? be honest, do an armature, then it'll feel fine. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll do an armature or two. The Harlequin one with the staff and the round face mask. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. Don't know anything about them. So I guess we're killing that one. Marrying the Exodite, because then we get like pet dinosaurs and shit, and that's awesome. Instead of an armature, do the Cerastus, your favorite knight. I've got two Cerastus. I've got a Lancer and I've got an Acheron. So I could do one of them. But I think I'd probably rather do a small one, just to like change of pace. Lancer 100%, Lancer, yeah. Like the Acheron is really cool, but yeah, the Lancer is quite crazy. To be honest, the less armor space on... Oh, there's less armor space on a Cerastus, so it's easy to paint as long as you do less freehand, unless I add shit to the skeleton. Right, okay. Well, I'm thinking of, for a lot of my knights after this one, I'm going to do a lot of the base coating and patterning with the airbrush and masking tape. It might speed things up a little bit, but then I'll still, like, freehand insignia and manually paint all the details and stuff. Just want to try to save time where I can without taking away from the process, of course. The thing with your raid is you get high status and you probably get daily trips to meet Gilliman. The only downside is that Gilliman is 100% smashing her and you either accept that or anger him. Yeah, I don't think I need anything... I don't think I want anything to do with Blueberry Boy. And if you get to see Gilliman, that's cool. He's probably a real chill guy and will answer some questions. Yeah, but I mean, I could ask Blueberry Boy some questions, or I could spend a lifetime riding dinosaurs on a paradise planet. Like, I feel like the Exodite is the obvious choice. if he gives you the best uppies. I don't know. No way, I finally got a knight. I've got more than a knight, brother. I've got many knights. I've got too many knights. A dot dot dot. I've got a lot of knights. Yeah. I got a knight. What if you smash the X out on the back of a dino? You could do that anyway. Remember me from a long time ago, Skyscraper? Yeah, I remember, brother. It has been a while. How you going? Hey, good luck painting the knight. You gotta go by. Righto, thanks for hopping in, mate. I'll catch you later. Was a drive-by chatter right there. He's got places to be. Yeah, this section is definitely nicer when I've got the like when I've got the the gold detailing on the silver. Makes it a bit more interesting. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to need to do for the back of the barrel here, because I realized I didn't paint that like an absolute buffoon. Or if I'm okay just leaving that black. Like, I might just be okay leaving it black. We'll see. Because I don't think it's that noticeable. Say just leave it black, helps give more focus on everything else. Also just got here, what house am I painting it as? So thanks for the, I do think it would, yeah, I think it should be okay, just leave it black. As for what house it is a quote-unquote free blade. I'm doing it as a Knight of Prospero. Sort of going for a blend between pre and post Heresy Thousand Suns colors. So, where are we? This is all the heraldry we've got done for it so far. And so the goal is, once I paint all of my knights, I'll have them as ambiguous, as basically chaos knights, which are ambiguous enough that they could like show up on a planet and pass as Imperial Knights. And so I'd run them as Imperial Knights. It's going to be a band of free blades. Nice snap for a knight. Where's his third arm? It's on the way. It's on the way. Don't worry about it. But yeah, looks really good so far. Yeah, it has taken me far too long. I really want to finish it sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm really happy with the heraldry, how that's come along. This took a long time, but yeah, hopefully we'll finish it and be able to get onto another one of the knights, because this is the Tzeentch themed one. And then I want to do some I want to try doing some corn themed ones as well. So go for some I like some what do you call them, armages with the melee versions of the armages as a blend of pre and post Heresy World Eaters colors. I think that could be cool. Give up learning on or stop trying to learn non-metallic metal. Made you irrationally angry. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm too daunted by non-metallic metal to give it a try. Maybe at some point. Bisexual knight. He's bisexual colors. Ultimate funny. The bestest bisexual buddy knight. What do you mean he's bisexual colors? What does that mean? You're working on your Knight Army right now. You have 12 to paint up. Man, okay, wow. Yeah, I've got a lot of knights to do after this. This is my first one. And then after that, I've got a Lancer, an Acheron, 4 Armigers, and another Questoris. Bichromatic, red and blue blend. I see, I see. Hey. Then let's do these rivets. You've got 6 Armigers, 1 Castellan, 3 Questoris, 1 Cerastus Lancer, 1 Cerastus Castigator, all the same house colors with variations. Man, that is a lot to do. How many points would that end up being? Is that's well over 2k, right? Is that like in the 4k range? Oh, but you like having variations on what you want to field? Oh, okay, okay. And rather than just swapping out the arms, you'd rather just have separate builds? What else do I have left to finish on this model? After we do this, this gun, it's then just these bits here. And then it'll be like some minor shading and detailing on like over the rest of the model. But yeah, it'll just be, it's just this to go after the gun. So we are very close. I think today's the day you freehand the house logo on the top of your knight and get 2 of the smaller armor plates glued on. Good luck. Yeah, I have freehand trauma. Builds, but you also decide to magnetize the weapons on all of the quest stores, so you can choose which ones you and you can have multiple. Right. Okay. Okay. Do you need to magnetize the weapons on the quest stores, or did you you're specifically magnetizing the weapon section, not the whole arm? Because you can just put the arm on, can't you? Or once you have the shoulder pads on, do they get in the way of twisting the arm off? Have I seen the household like symbol, like the the all one in the letter thingy, not the griffin? I have not. You've just magnetized the weapon section, okay. Just like from the elbow down. Just got Silent King and a Catan Void Dragon. Oh, wow. Okay, those are some big purchases, Mac. If I constantly do YouTube content in 2025, do I think I'll make it to 1k subs? Yeah, I reckon that 1k is not unrealistic if I push at it constantly through 2025. I think that most growth comes from video content rather than live streams. But yeah, I think that hitting 1k in 2025, like by the end of 2025, shouldn't be too difficult. And like, if I do proper video content, I think that I'll hit it quite quickly. But it's just a matter of actually doing the video content. Because there's stuff that I want to do and stuff that I have been working on and off for a while that I keep mentioning on stream but never actually releasing it. But it's just like, sort of ties back into that thing I was talking about earlier where I have things that I want to do but I just can't bring myself to do them. So like live streaming is a lot easier for me just because it's like I do it and it's done, as opposed to like when I have a project that I'm working on and it's like, okay, I need to have it be perfect before I release it because otherwise it's like I'm not going to be happy with it. I'm going to be tabletop tactics if they did painting instead of playing. Who are tabletop tactics? I'm familiar with the name. I don't know who they are though. I don't think I've seen any of their stuff. Oh, shit. Accidentally made a bit of a mistake there. Wrong one. Do you mean Auspex Tactics? I have seen stuff from them. And I see them pop up in my feed occasionally. Okay, we are just about there for the bright silver. But I'm going to be the play on tabletop equal for painting. I don't know them either. But I don't even know, like, I'm not, like, I don't think I really have, like, a painting brand. I'm just, like, some guy who paints. Like, I'm sure all these people have, like, their own brand of things they do, and, like, they do things in, like, a unique way. I'm just some dude who takes too long. And, like, There are plenty of other people who paint and take too long and their shit looks way better. They do battle reports? Right. No, I'm the guy who paints. There's no one else. I'm the only person who paints minis. It's just me. Squidmar? Treverion? Who are they? I am the guy. You'll say you've used a bit of 3D printing for custom shields and shoulders for your knights, with the shield specifically has a 3D model of the sigils that you designed. I see. Yeah, I don't have a 3D printer, and I've kind of been avoiding it because it's like too much hassle for me, I think, on top of like all the other hobbies I have as well. I don't have time to really learn how to operate a 3D printer properly. So I'm happy just to today improvise with what I've got. If it looks too good, it loses the factor that makes it feel real and authentic. You make it feel like the guy painted it, talked to us and made it look better than some soulless dude did. Look, okay, so it needs to look a little bit shit so it can feel achievable. Got it. That can be fair, it can be a bit daunting, especially resin printing. Yeah, I've got lots of stuff that I do outside of minis and that sort of thing. So it's like just a matter of allocating my time in the right places. I am that Aussie who drops his tan paints twice. What do you mean I drop my tan paints twice? What is this referencing? Tuesday? What happened then? When was that? What did I do? You can't freehand to save your life, you just had to cheat with printers. Yeah, I cheated with stencils instead. Because for me, like, when I was doing the this symbol here, it was like the Corvidae symbol. It was just, I got a bit of baking paper I traced it on, I traced onto it. I got the symbol I wanted up on my phone. I put a bit of baking paper on top, like over the phone, traced it with a pencil, and then I blue tacked it onto the I blue tacked it onto the panel, and then traced around that, and then painted onto it. When I dropped the tan when painting those Elder, I don't remember when I dropped it. I remember I nearly tipped it everywhere, but I caught it in the airbrush. Now the second time I spilled it, I don't remember this. I must have purged it from my memory. Oh, no, I remember now. When I spilled it out of the airbrush. Yeah, when I tipped it. Yep. Okay, I remember. When I tipped it out of the cup. If it worked, it worked. You'd probably still mess that up. Yeah, I mean, I had the added pressure of having a bunch of people in chat watching my every move being like, what the hell is this guy doing? He could do this so much easier. We got to type. That's all good, mate. You're not working a shift or anything. It's not it's not like I'm paying you by the hour to boost my engagement. Are we getting paid? No. Look, if I'm not even getting paid for this shit, what makes you think you're getting paid? You're going with House Mamaragon. It's a its sigil is a serpent wrapped around a spear on top of a gear. You say you aren't freehanding that shit. Yeah, I would not freehand that shit either. That does. I'm struggling to even imagine what that would look like. How far is a night? Yeah, one sec. I'm gonna have a look at that. I'm gonna look up that symbol right now because I'm curious. Hey, House Borogun. Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to freehand that. It's a really nice color scheme, by the way. Wow. Yeah, that is a really nice color scheme. The blue and white. But yeah, I do not blame you for not wanting to freehand that symbol. Jesus. Also, you said a spear. That is a bloody trident. That is so much harder. That's honestly why you chose it. Yeah, the color scheme is really nice. Do I have any social media to show my minis? I do not. This is my social media on which I show my minis. Hey, I think we're very close now. We're very close to finishing this this arm. Because I think all that's left for this arm now is gold detailing and turning the trim gold. Oh, and then there's the pipes as well, of course. You'd say I should get an Insta, but I'd need to finish stuff with some regularity to justify that. Yeah, I do not finish minis. That is not my that is not my brand. That's it. That's my brand. I'm the guy who never finishes anything that he starts. We found it. To be honest with us, how big is the pile of shame? Oh no. He doesn't know, guys. He doesn't know. Do I have to answer that? I've been asked this question too many times now, and every time I get asked it, it feels even worse when I respond. Because every time I get asked, the file has grown since the previous time it was asked. Oh, shit. So. If I... Let's see if we try list it from the beginning. I've got most of the Leviathan box. I've got the Skaven Tide box. I've got so Leviathan, Skaven Tide, Necron Combat Patrol, Thousand Suns Combat Patrol, Helldrake, Forge Fiend, Tau Christmas Box number 1, Tau Christmas Box number 2, Knight's Christmas Box, Knight Acheron, Knight Lancer, box of Corn Berserkers, 2 Canoptic Wraiths left to do, and a whole lot of third-party minis like these Wraith Guard and Wraith Knights. So quite large, quite a lot of things left to do. Oh yeah, also a lot of change. Skaventide? I listed that. That was the second thing I counted. So yeah, I've got a few things on the back burner that I need to paint, but probably will never get around to. It's pretty cool. Honestly, not too bad. You've seen way worse piles. It feels pretty bad it feels pretty bad to me, given the pace at which I paint. after Christmas you swear you'll finish your eliminators. I would set a deadline on something, like, oh, after Christmas, oh, I swear I'll have this night painted by Christmas. But whenever I set a deadline, I miss it. I don't think I've ever actually kept to a deadline that I've set myself for any of the minis that I painted. It's been like, yeah, we'll finish these Infernus Marines this stream, and then it's like I keep working on them for another 5 streams. Or with the Night Scythe, where I streamed it for like 10 streams back to back to back to back to back, and for probably the last 4 or 5, I was like, we're finishing it this stream. And to this day, I have not finished that thing. It has been staring at me, untouched, screaming in pain, and I have just been ignoring its cries. Never painting your Terminators. I thought of painting your first model scares you, fear of messing them up. No, do it, mate. Go for it. If you've got them, you should paint them. Never painting your Inceptors of the painting your first model scares you, fear of messing them up. Just go for it. You mess them up, you can always just paint over it. You don't want to ruin them? Yeah, like, it is really hard to mess up a model. If it's, like, even if it's really bad, you can just soak it in isopropyl alcohol and then try it again. Like, when I primed my my Night Scythe initially, I did it while it was kind of raining, like an idiot. It was like spitting, and then when the primer dried, it had like all these bubbles and shit all over it and really nasty texture, and it was disgusting. And I just soaked it in isopropyl alcohol and did it again, and it came out fine. You have the 12 Knights, the Black Templar Army box, Wrath of the Soulforged King box, Leviathan box, Black Templar Combat Patrol, Black Templar Sword Brethren Intermittent box set, Legion Imperialis Army. Right. I see. That's a few. Yeah, I guess I'm not that deep yet. Oh, and there's three 3D printed Titans. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm not that deep. That's your pile of shame. Yeah, I'm hoping that I won't get to that level. It'll happen eventually, but I'm gonna hope that it doesn't. You know, I can tank buying a Titan, I think, after hearing that. Don't do it. Chill, Sanju, chill. Hold strong. It's not worth it. Most of them were on sale for one reason or another. Right, okay, that does make it easier. I have more models in a box than you have total left to paint. You can tank it. I'm just saying, I don't think the Titan is worth it. The Titan is fucked up. Not yet, but once you get through a bit more of your pile, you will. I see. The nids shouldn't be bad. You're slugging through your night right now. If you decided not to do freehand, you'd be done now, you think? Yeah, the freehand definitely does add a lot of time to the painting process. But honestly, I feel like I've also, like, a lot of times just come from me doing all these tiny little details on bits and pieces. Like, that's probably the most time-consuming thing for me. It's not even the freehanding things. Like, the freehanding is slow, but you end up covering a fair bit of the model, whereas I spend so long just doing all these little finishes that barely add any paint to the model, but I do them because I like them. You'd love an official Titan, but you'd rather spend $200 on resin to print one. Yeah, I mean, if you have the option between spending $200 on resin to print one, or spending $2,000 on the torso of one, where the quality control on them isn't even that good apparently, like, I can see why you'd go with the with a printed one. Shall rely on the Chinese for yours. Yeah, this canister is definitely looking a lot better with the gold detailing on it, the trim. It's been time consuming, but it's worth it, I reckon. I reckon that's like the thing that it's a sentiment that I have with a lot of the shit that I do, is it's like I will spend far too long on tiny little details, and then I'll be like, okay, it was worth it. It took too long, but it was worth it for me. Even if no one else is going to appreciate it, I will look at it and be happy. And that's all that matters. Okay. Just a couple more things in the Hashit copper. And then we're going to do lead belcher on some other finishes. And then it'll be our very thin orange glaze over the silver to turn it gold. What color am I planning for the bottom cables? I haven't fully thought about it. I was thinking that I might just lead belcher them and then null oil just to get it done with. But I'm open to suggestions otherwise. Yeah, because I haven't really thought that much about what I'm going to do for them. Maybe a hazard style. Like black and orange. Also black and yellow. Maybe. I'm just wondering, because I don't really have yellows anywhere else on the model. Like, the palette I've used for it is pretty limited. Otherwise, I could maybe try blend some like heat going through them because it's feeding up into the melter. So I could do like kind of like flame effects going through it. At least for the smooth tubes. I don't know about the cables. Stick with the red, so a red and black hazard. Right, okay. I'd probably use a darker red or something there, because I've got the very bright red for the paint finish. I think that's everything that I was going to do in the Hashit copper. Oh no, I got a couple more connections here that need to be done. Any models I'm planning to paint next year? Hopefully a lot of models will be painted next year. I haven't decided on any in particular. Probably a lot of knights. Hopefully the Helldrake and the Forge Fiend, they'd be fun to do. You could finish Kairos Fate Weaver. Yeah, no, just all sorts of things. I reckon we play it by ear. Paint what is cool to us at the time. Okay, but I think we are good to start doing our... Yeah, okay. I'll start doing the orange coat to turn all of our silver trim gold, like what we've got on the rest of the Mini. And then, yeah, while we do that, we'll think about how we want to do the rest, like all the cables and that sort of thing. I do like the idea of the hazard, like the red and black hazard stripes. By the way, is it just me, or is this front panel of the gun shield, is it a little bit too basic? Like, should I do a black stripe across it or something? Because I feel like as it is, it's just really flat and boring. Like, we'll see once we've turned all of the trim gold, it might look a little bit nicer. But I feel like it's just a flat panel with room to put stuff on it. It's as basic as a white girl who goes to Starbucks and wears Uggs. Okay, I mean, that is definitely a, that is a strong description. Kill markings decals? Or personally, you'd say some minor chipping effects using a sponge? Maybe. I'm thinking for this particular night, at least, I've been trying to keep him very clean. Almost like unnaturally clean, just because he's a... I don't know. I like the idea of this one in particular being a very clean looking one. For the other knights, I'll probably have some damage, like the corn ones will be more damaged. But kill markings or something like that might be good. Fair kill markings in teal or purple to hint at its true allegiances. Yeah, maybe. It's to hint at its true allegiances. It's right there. The mark of Zeech is right there. But yeah, no one can see that shit because he's towering above people. But actually, the teal might be nice because then that would tie into the it'd tie into the blues that we've got, and I have got some teals on his. I've got teal for the patterning on his back there, so I could use that for the because the checkers were done in teal, so it is already in the color scheme. It's actually a low list because chaos is for bitches. Yeah, he tried it out and he was like, "Nah, it's not for me." I'm coming back, guys. He's just worshipping the Emperor in his own ways. Yeah, look, he's just got his own methods. It's like how some people believe that the Emperor has 4 arms. Some people just have their own way of paying respect. Oh, it's raining outside. I was like, what is that noise? Oh, yeah, it's been raining a fair bit lately where I am. And, man, this fucking green tree frog has been outside, just croaking for the past few days. And it's so cool. Tiny little frog, but it's so loud. It's neat because you don't see many frogs around anymore because we've got cane toads everywhere and they just destroy the ecosystem. So it's neat seeing frogs. But yeah, I found him. He was like in an empty ice bucket we had out the back. No ice or anything in it. It was just like half full with water. And I tracked him down. I followed the croaking and saw him in there. And he let me touch his nose. It was really cool. Really chill little frog. And then he was just kind of like sitting on the edge of the ice bucket facing towards a fairy light that was about 10 centimeters away from his face. Just waiting for moths and stuff to fly past. I'm planning to do gaming content again? Probably not. It's not really on my radar. I mean, maybe at some point in the future. But as it stands, I'm having a great time just painting. I feel like painting is better for my mental health as well than just gaming. Because like, I play games with my friends in the evening and stuff like that. But for me, like, streaming is a way for me to be productive because I feel like gaming is fun, but it doesn't really, you don't really do anything with your time. It's just it's a time waster. Whereas I feel like at least when I'm painting, I feel like I'm actually doing something. Yeah, just fair warning. My stream might start to shit itself because it's raining quite hard now and Australian internet is notoriously bad. And also we get a lot of storms here in Brisbane, so I think I can actually hear lightning in the distance. So I might get a bit of packet loss. We'll see. Also because this city floods, like, gets like major flooding like once every 10 years. So we might well lose a lot of stream quality. I'd honestly love a non-mobile night game. Just going from battlefield to battlefield across the galaxy. Yeah, Knights were like, Knights are just so cool. Like, they need more stuff about them. This is like how I ended up getting Knights, was I was painting, I think I was painting Necrons. And I was talking to people, and I was like, we were talking about how cool Knights were, and I didn't know shit about Knights. And then it was just like, I just kept talking about how much I liked the aesthetic of the Knights. And then it was like, oh, shit, I ended up buying a Questoris. How did this even happen? Holy sheesh, that was fast. What was fast? I actually said that and the packets faded like a stoner. I see. Yeah, well, because the rain just got heavy quite suddenly, and I was like, okay, this does not, this seems like it might be a bit sketchy. 'Also, I have not heard the term faded like a stoner before. That is great. I like that one. 100% original, made it on the fly. Well, it's a good one. You did well with it. Okay, I think that's good for the gold. Now the other sections, we need to do the gold trim. How often does my area flood? My immediate area doesn't really flood because I'm on a hill. Oh wow! I just watched the packets really drop there on the feed. So I am pretty good because I'm in a high I'm in a high up area, because Brisbane is really, really hilly. So the low-lying areas flood very frequently. But yeah, we don't really get major flooding that often. Like every few years we'll get some major flooding. But oftentimes when it rains really heavily for a few days, a lot of the areas near the river will flood. Like, I think it was just last week or the week before, the road outside my friend's place, he lives near the city, in a low-lying area. The road in front of his house flooded for about 2 or 3 hours, and so he'd like sent me a video of just like someone's car parked on the road, and the water was just up to the door handle, just flowing down, flowing downhill, and it was like, yeah, that was quite crazy. But yeah, so we do get flooding relatively frequently. That gets dropped like JFK. Jesus. But yeah, thankfully I've never really been like really affected by the flooding that much, aside from like places shutting down because people can't get there to work, that sort of thing. Because like I've always, like, I live in a relatively high up area, and like my work and schools and all that sort of thing have always been also in higher areas, so yeah, never really been interfered with, or never really been interrupted by the flooding. But like when we get the major flooding, oftentimes there'll be like people cracking out the dinghies and that sort of thing to ferry people across flooded areas to get like to the other side of town. And I know that, I think it was in the 2011 floods, where a bull shark ended up going from the Brisbane River over into a golf course, and then when the water came down, he was just kind of stranded in one of the ponds in the golf course. Oh yeah, because the Brisbane River is one of the primary habitats for bull sharks as well. Like, it's funny, if you search up bull sharks on Wikipedia and look at their habitats, it's like Brisbane River is listed as one of like their top habitats. Which is just some fun stuff, because there's a lot of rowing clubs and that sort of thing, and bull sharks are quite aggressive bastards. Although we don't really hear about people getting attacked by bull sharks that often. Like, I don't think I've ever actually heard of someone getting attacked by a bull shark in the Brisbane River, but they just live here. That poor shark, yeah. You've got 2 lakes, maybe 100 yards from your house on both sides of the road. Luckily, you're on a hill, but it's pain when it happens. You have to get to work. Yeah, just cut the road. So yeah, thankfully for me at least, it's like, it's all ridge lines where I live. And like the route to to our shop and that sort of thing, it's all across the ridge lines, so we're pretty safe in that regard. Hey, here's our river. It's full of sharks. Yeah, and it's also really murky all the time. It's all like you cannot see like through the water because it was dredged to allow ships to pass through it. And so it's just permanently brown, so you can't see anything. So the shark could be a couple of meters away from you and you'd have no idea. So you don't even know if they're close or not. Yeah, it's just don't go swimming. That's pretty much that's like no one swims in the Brisbane River. It is not a place that anybody wants to swim. What's good, people? Hey, Gavin, how you going? Sharks are actually just chilling. If they feel threatened, they'll try and tell you before they attack. Yeah, no, sharks are very chill. I still will not swim in the Brisbane River because bull sharks are some of the less chill sharks, and it's so murky that it's impossible for them to see what you are. So they might just attack you because they don't know what you are, and they might think you're food. You fuck with sharks? Yeah, I mean, I think sharks are very cool. That does not mean that I'm ever going to go swimming somewhere where I know there are sharks. I do enjoy watching the videos of like experienced shark divers though, where the sharks like swim at them like they're swimming with tiger sharks, and the shark swims up to them and they just put their hand on its nose and redirect it the other way. That's very cool. The amount of confirmed kills vending machines have is one less than the kill count of sharks. Really, per year on average? That's crazy. I want to know how vending machines are killing people. That's way more interesting than shark fatality numbers. Correction, vending machines actually kill more people than sharks? That's awesome. That is my favorite fact of the day. I'm gonna be looking into this more after this. Is it just from like people trying to flip them and them falling on them or something? That seems like that's how it would happen. People trying to reach in the vending machine to get free things. Now the vending machine doesn't like this, so it traps their arm for their arm for time eternal as punishment. Eaten by the vending machine. sentenced to death. The kills of vending machines are from things like shaking them, mostly at falling on them. That makes more sense, but I do like the I do like the idea of someone reaching into it and then the vending machine just biting down and holding onto them until they starve. Withering into a husk. There's more spite in that image. But yeah, actually, I can see now exactly how the vending machine would fall on someone. Because they'd be shaking it back and forth, trying to get shit to fall off the shelves. Imagine going to the afterlife and you have to explain that a fucking vending machine had a higher KD to you. Okay, higher KD than you. Just lost to the fucking chip machine. Seems like something the AdMech would make. Yeah, and they would be very happy with it killing people. Prefer the idea of the expired tuna fish egg salad sandwich. What? Whatever that foul concoction you just spat out there, Francois, is, I want nothing to do with it. Your house symbol's going along nice. Awesome. I didn't actually look at the symbol for House Orlak. But once I finish with the gold trim, I'll look that up. Might actually be able to slap a coat of varnish on soon. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, like, if I should varnish some of these surfaces, and if I do, like, which surfaces I should varnish. Oh, there's a really gross bit of silver paint here that I'll need to touch up. That's annoying. Hate finding mistakes. It's like, oh, I was so close, and then there's these really nasty mistakes that I'm going to have to come back and fix. Protection more than anything, and matte helps with glaring. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's a happy little mistake. It could be a happy little mistake if it wasn't metallic. But since it's metallic, it's so obvious. It's just as complicated as House Mamaragan, unless you're simplifying it. Okay, I need to have a look now. Okay, House Orlak. So you said it's not the one with not the griffin? Because there's the one where it's the there's a griffin in front of a cog. Is that the one or a different one? Symbol. Or is it just the O, like the lettering on the bottom of it that you were doing? You're simplifying the fuck out of it. The gold lettering under the griffin. Right. Okay. Ah, sorry, I just needed to stretch. Elbows were quite sore. You'd be a psycho to try to freehand the griffin in the cog. Well, I mean, the rebellion right here is a psycho. He is doing something very similar. Oh, wait, were you freehanding that? Or did you say that was one of the things that you did a 3D print for? The griffin you could manage, but altogether it's a pain. Yeah, it's just like the layers on layers where it's like individually they might not be too nightmarish, but it's just a matter of if you fuck one of them up on the upper layers, then it's like you've ruined everything below. 3D print, so it's coming slightly off the shield. Right, okay. Honestly, that's probably cooler having it slightly protruding. Hey. Almost there for trim. And then it'll just be... I'll probably put a bit of lead belcher here. And then it'll be doing the cables and pipes. And then this arm will finally be done, I think. Jeez. Nightmare item to do. Oh, and then I need to do the shield as well. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be fine once we get it all together. Warlord Titan when? Chill, Commissar. The Titan in general will be 10k if we ever get there. And it is definitely not a Warlord. This has already been decided upon. can print off a warlord for me. Look, I've got enough minis as is. I'm chilling. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't need more massive minis to worry about as it is. Shifting the goalpost again, I see. Francois, I have never said that the Titan will be 1k. This has been you all along, you gaslighting rat. 1k is that I'm drinking on stream, and that is it. But now, you're the one who's been trying to turn the 1k into a like drinking hot tub warlord Titan stream. Look, I'm not. That's not happening. Imperator class Titan at 10k. Chill. I am not made of money, nor am I made of time. You can get an Imperator for when I reach 10k. I'm gonna hold my tongue here. I'm not gonna sign on to anything too crazy, because if we hit 10k, that means I'll have to follow through. 500 was supposed to be Hot Tub Magnus, and 1k has always been Drunken Titan. Quiet, you. I'm not falling for these tricks. I'm keeping the record straight. Rebellion's just a drug/arms dealer. When you say anything, I can get you that. Like, man is just like itching to print massive things. Still waiting for the hot tub maid costume, Magnus. What? How are we coming up with more ideas that I've never heard of? Fine, Warhound at 1k, Warlord at 5k, Imperator at 10k. Not you two, please. Please. I'm begging you guys. I just wanna paint my knights in peace. Are they not big enough? Totally remember that being a thing. You'll often remember who would have 3 Titans printed and none are painted yet. And you're itching to print more Titans before you've painted any of your 3. Plans were already made to have one of every type. Now, what's wrong with saying making two of every type? Rebellion, you're sick. This is an addiction. You need help. How am I still not done with this night? Mac, come on, I'm trying. I'm trying, mouse. It's so hard. It's so many little details. I did not think that I'd be doing another 3 hours this stream on this gun arm alone. Look, I thought we'd be onto the armor paneling for the legs within an hour. We're still on this fucking arm. What if the Questoris was the friends we made along the way? True. Think about all the good memories we have with this monstrosity that has had us hostage for time eternal. No, I don't. Stares at 6 3D printers in the corner. Do you have 6 3D printers? You have more than one printer? 6? Surely that is a joke. Surely that is a joke, right? That cannot be real. Finish the miniature, drink the cement glow. Jesus, I thought you were supposed to be on my side. 3 resin, 3 filament, and a laser cutter. Excuse me? Do you run a business or something? Just finished your Knights Erasmus, the one you started at the same time I started mine, but you've got 130 hours on yours. I see. Nice. No, just for hobbies? What do you mean just for hobbies? 6 3D printers and a laser cutter? Just on the side, you know? Yeah, I dabble. I do a little bit of printing. Nothing too crazy, you know? You wish you were running a business, just know how to save money and look for deals. You cannot be saying you know how to save money in the same breath as saying you have 6 3D printers and a laser cutter. The last buddy name on here is props, so you have sold props to people? Right, okay. You never said you bought them all at the same time, maybe one a year? Oh, actually, I think I was just gonna do Rune Lord Brass for these cables. I think that's what I had. That makes my life a little bit easier, honestly. Yeah, I've done all those all these corrugated cables in Rune Lord Brass. I just did it so long ago that I forgot. Just need to find where I have it now. It's somewhere in the drawer. Here we are. I'm gonna need to clean the rims of these pots because they've got so much dried shit on them. Not actual shit. Just to avoid any confusion, not poo. But so much dried paint on the edges, like along the rims of these pots. I think I'm almost out of Runelord brass as well, wow. I'm going to need to risk a trip to the Warhammer store at some point to restock on some of my core paints. Still on the flamer. Look, I'm yes. 3 hours of an arm later. Yes, I'm still on it. I was gonna make an excuse. There's no excuse. I'm still on it. Rims with shit. Slanesh is happy you find to clean them. I think Slanesh would like to have them dirty. I think Slanesh would like to keep the shit on those rims and get in nice and close. For resin, you've got a Frozen Mighty 8K and Elgu Saturn 4, Elgu Mars 3. As fulfillment, you've got two Creality Ender 5 Plus and a Creality CR30. What is the difference between, like, what is the difference between filament and resin? Because I know basically nothing about 3D printing. Filament's lighter and stronger but less detailed. Resin's heavier and more fragile but way more detailed. Right, okay, okay. Symbols basically done and looking clean as fuck. Ooh. Posted on community a bit. Okay, yeah, I was just about to ask. You should show it. I will be looking. Not perfect, but you're happy with it? I mean, it's never going to be perfect, especially when you're trying to freehand like symbols. It's like, it's just about getting it to a point that you're comfortable. Okay, I think that's the corrugated cables done. Then we'll turn these bits here gold so that we can turn the smooth cable bright silver. Okay. And now I just need to do all the little pipes. So now it is just these ones on the front. Yeah, the amount of tiny details on this arm alone is obscene. Like this thing, I think I've said this before, this thing in of itself is a mini. The chainsword was nowhere near this bad. Can I say the wildest thing I know in Japanese? Like, the thing is, Japanese, it's like, it's a hard language to say weird shit in. Like, the language is fundamentally polite. Like, if there's some wild shit that you want me to try to say, then I can see if I can translate for you. But like, it's in terms of like swearing and being rude and that sort of thing. It like you need to work hard because a lot of it is about like attitude and intonation. That's like how you can get. That's how you're rude. It's through like context and delivery. But like in terms of actual vocab, there's not a lot in the way of words that are actually just straight up rude. あなたは気が狂った人です。気が狂った人です。バカ野郎。I don't know about the気が狂った。Like the baka yaro is just calling someone an idiot. Kiga kuruto. Or do you mean kiga kurutta? Which would be like, that it's like crazy or stupid. And then Bakayaro is like an idiot or a dumbass or an asshole. But the thing is also, since he's saying des, it's not even, it's like a weird conflict of being polite but not polite. You're a filthy American, don't know a second language, but you do know swear words in a few other languages. I mean, that's all you need. That's the fun part. English and Spanish. In first year of uni, I was doing Spanish and Japanese at the same time. Not a good idea. Don't try to learn multiple foreign languages at the same time unless you're an absolute psycho. Because my brain only works in English and not English. And so I focused mainly on Japanese, and then my Spanish was just completely fucked, and I barely managed to pass that semester, and I was like, okay, awesome, done. I'll take that credit, and I am never touching this again. You'll stick with 2, you reckon? Yeah, like I learnt German in high school, and I wasn't very good at it, and I then was like, nah, fuck this, I'm going to learn Japanese instead, and the Japanese immediately replaced all of my German. I no longer speak any German. That picks up. Righto, I'll finish this pipe here, and then I will have a look. Hello, hey F15, how you going, mate? Alright, I think that's pretty good for most of these parts. the flamer. Or the flamer slash melter thing. Alright. Let's have a look at what you've got there. Where are we? Don't want to save. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that is really good, that lettering there. Holy shit. Brother, I don't know how you managed that. That is really good. That is so clean. Holy. Yeah, that is crazy. Mate, you are putting me to shame. Yeah, that is so good. Wow. Okay, I'm so jealous of that. That is awesome. You're doing good. Have I seen the secret level Space Marine episode? I have not. I've got a couple of friends who've seen it. They said it's pretty good. Apparently the guy who worked on Astartes, or the guy who did Astartes, helped with it. But yeah, I have not seen the secret level episode. Okay. This is what we've got so far. Going pretty well. I think our next section will be, hang on, where are we? It'll be so it's the legs now. Yeah, so what we've got left to do, let's get it in focus. These panels, the toes, the knees, codpiece, and the flag. So I think we are quite close to finishing this. I'd say in the next 10 streams, confidently. I say 10 streams, confident this will be finished. 100%. No, honestly, I think maybe 2 or 3 streams and we should have this cleaned out. Probably, let's aim for 2 streams. But yeah, still not sure how you feel about the legs on the Questoris Knight. I think they're alright. I do see why you like the Chaos Knight legs a lot better. They are very cool. The way they've got like the backward knee and all that. Sounds like 10 years. It probably will be, honestly. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on the back that needs to be done. The back is mostly good. Yeah, honestly though, I think I'm probably going to call it here for today. I'm burnt out. What did I use to color the legs? For the backs here, we've got lead belcher. Hang on, let's get it in focus. I'll lift it up so we can see. So, for the skeleton, it's lead belcher, runelord brass, Hashet copper. I think it's all three of those. Yeah, it's lead belcher, runelord brass, and Hashet copper for all of the metallics. You're saying you might be able to finish before me? It is entirely possible. Can I freehand on the dong flag? I might freehand something on the dong flag. Yeah. But yeah, there's still a decent bit of work to be done. And we might end up coming back and doing some other stuff for other bits, and there will be touch-ups, and then it'll just be gluing all the bits on, because not all of these aren't actually fixed on. Like, this is loose, and then the shoulder plates will need to get glued on, and then all that sort of thing. Okay, I will freehand something on the on the flag. The legs will take another 3 months away. Look, I'm trying my best. I'm doing what I can. It's hard. You hope you want to beat me. And yeah, once it's all together, we'll decide if we want to do anything on the on this shield or not, or if we just want to leave it as is. But I think maybe we'll add something to the shield. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to call it here. Not bad looking. You primed yours brown and use a sponge with lead belcher to make them look really weathered. Yeah, I might do that for some others. I do really enjoy sponging. I just wanted to go for a very clean look for this guy. But for some of the others, I will definitely make them look more battered and beaten. Yeah, this was mainly just me wanting to do as much as I could with really fine detail brushes. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm getting a bit hungry. I haven't eaten much today, so I'm gonna catch you guys later. Getting a lot of booze in here. Come on, guys. At least send me off happily.